Welcome back to the MuuMuu Talk with Teena. Now, earlier, I told you guys to make your list. So before you watch the rest of the video, I want you to pause, push the pause button, and go get paper. Write down your worries, insecurities, fears, anything. Write it on a piece of paper and crumble it up. Then come back. But before you come back, make sure you have a glass of water. We're almost done if you think getting things out of the refrigerator or whatever. Next, make sure you get some vegetable cans because I'm going to show you how to work out on the MuuMuu Talk with Teena. We're going to have so much fun. Okay. So I talked about what are we going to do on the MuuMuu Talk with Teena and why is it worth your time to come and follow me? Well, we're going to talk about healthy weight management. I've been scrolling all through January and so many people have met goal weights and they've worked out and they go to the gym all the time. Well, on here, I'm going to be shouting out those people and say, congratulations. I can't do it all the time because you all would be bored. But every now and then, if you have somebody that you know that now is at a healthy weight management and they feel terrific and they've accomplished great things, let me know. Leave it in the comments, send me an email, whatever, and I'll shout them out on the MuuMuu Talk with Teena. Okay, so we are going to talk about healthy weight management. We're going to talk about how to squish the fears that you have and the worries and the insecurities that you pick yourself apart. Maybe you guys don't do that. Well, I do. I mean, I even get, I can't breathe properly on this show when I'm talking about it. I mean, I'm like pointing out things right now on myself that's why I look away sometimes. I'm like, okay, take a big, deep breath with me. Okay, now if you smile, my grandmother always said, if you smile, that all your blemishes and any insecurities that you have, even if you have like really funny insecurities, that they all go away. So let's try this. Okay, they didn't all go away, but maybe if we move on a little bit faster. So the MuuMuu Talk with Teena, we're going to talk about healthy weight management and, where I've been and where I'm heading. And I don't really set goal weights, but I do think about what I can do at the simplest possible. Using your time wisely, because I like to do other things too. I'm sure you do too. Then we're also going to talk about hot topics. And I've just had some fun things that have happened this past week, and I want to bring them up and let you guys kind of roll them around in your head. Then I want you to think, if you like to be the protagonist in life or the antagonist, and when you've decided, I want you to think about this thought. So last week I was like, yeah, I like being the protagonist. I want to be the positive one. I want to be the hero. Here I come to save the day, And I've recognized during my meditation and several times of thinking of the events that occurred. I hope you guys are doing that in your time of right before you go to sleep. Think about what's happened for the day. And right when you wake up, think about what you plan on for the day so that you're thinking of the best for you. Okay, interject. Now we're moving back. But I thought I like being the protagonist. So I went through and discussed this in my brain and then realized I became agitated when the antagonist showed up. So here's my confusing thought today, and you guys can see if you can sort it out. How can you love being the protagonist if you don't have an antagonist? It's just a thought. How can you love to save the day if there's not a day to save? So it's kind of like, I thought about that and thought I'd share with you. And we'll have many more of those topics on the MuuMuu Talk with Teena. That's why I want you to come along with me and explore all the possibilities of how you can find your happiness, where you're happiest, your physical condition, and what brings you joy. And what do you like to do for fun? Is it shake vegetables, or is it make videos like this? Is it right? What do you want to do? What do you want to share with the world? And that's where I'm at. I hope you're excited as I am. I'm so excited. Okay, now go back and get your paper. Had to look down and see where my paper was. Get your paper. I wrote some things on here, but I wrote it real light so you couldn't see it. And squish it up. Now, if you're inside, I'm going to tell you, probably take this to a outside area, not where you could catch anything on fire. But when I was at the Hindu temple in Kauai, they actually had a pot, an urn, for you to burn your worries. So that's what you will need to do, is take those insecurities that you wrote about yourself, my belly's a little bit bigger, or I got a few more wrinkles, or anything like that about your physical. Maybe you have fears that you're hanging on to. Put them on that paper. Write them. When I did this at the Hindu temple, I filled the whole page. My husband was like, I didn't even know you had that many worries. I was like, oh, I really don't. But then I wrote everybody else's down too. So it was kind of fun. Then you just crumple it up. And the reason you don't fold it is because it doesn't burn well. I learned from experience. Okay. You take your lighter and burn it. And actually watch the flames. It's a great experience. But do it outside, okay? Now, if you don't have time to do that outside and all that, I taught several people how to do this. This is called freezing. And you can write anything you want on paper. And this is just an amazing trick that I want to share with you. And I didn't even write this in my Happy Coaching 101. So if you're getting this right now, then you're actually getting something totally different. I haven't even shared this, I don't think, on any media. Hold that thought. I have to get some water. H2O. Listen, guys, if you're drinking enough water, before long, your skin will be much more radiant. Your hair will be absolutely gorgeous, and it does wonderful things for your brain. So just a little H2O insert. Moving on. This is my little Ziploc baggie. I'm not going to hold it the whole time, but you just write your worries down. You can even write people's names down. You're not going to hurt them. It's not like any kind of voodoo that you do so well. It's simply freezing this in the universe. So it's freezing a habitual thought, a fear, an insecurity, whatever it may be. When I say people, I write people's names down that maybe they're my antagonists that I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm really... I can't take any more, and so let them go. But whatever it is that's bugging you, anything, write it down, fold it up, immerse it in water, Ziploc, throw it in the freezer. I put mine in the deep freeze because I want them to be frozen for a while. But I do this a great deal with fears and worries. You guys know Jack Canfield says, it is not my statement, by the way. It's Jack Canfield says, fear, false, not true, evidence, appearing real. Basically, it's a ghost. So for all of you that are out there and you're like, I don't believe in ghosts, then why do you have fears? Because it's a ghost. It's false. It's evidence, but it appears to be real, and it's not. So a good thing. Got to think about that, right? Okay, so we've taken our insecurities that we've talked about last week, and I said, take them, write them down, and then I'll tell you what to do with them. Well, instead of just throwing them out the window, I want you to either burn them outside or freeze them. Let them go. Now make the list of what you do love about you. And if you're irritated with somebody and you froze them, maybe you froze their actions or the statements that they've made, or maybe you just froze some of their irritating things. Everybody has them, okay? Even you, right? So you froze all that. Now, write down all the things that you are grateful for that person, or grateful for or you love about that person. Now, I'm not going to say that if it was your enemy you froze, or somebody that is very much hurting you, then you would want to write things you love about them. But you can write things that you're grateful about, like maybe they're not in your life anymore. Hopefully you're freezing them out, right? But whatever. Let's not think of the negative. I always try to think of the positive. But then I have these people that come into my life and say, but you do have to see both sides. Okay. All right. Moving on. Don't forget, write your insecurities, fears, and worries down. Fold them up and burn them, or freeze them. Then don't forget that if you think that you love being the protagonist in every situation, remember that you are attracting the antagonist. I learned this very quickly last week when I was invited to a meeting, knowing there was going to be an antagonist there for that simple purpose. Anyways, lesson learned. That's not necessarily what you want to be. Maybe more balanced and see both sides. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. Now, why do I have vegetables, and why did I ask you to get vegetables before we started? Don't forget your water. As I said earlier, I really struggled sometimes when it came to working out. After I broke my leg, we call that AB, after a broken leg. After I broke my leg, it was, I didn't want to work out. And I made excuses, and I was kind of lazy. And anyways, I learned that grab some vegetables, grab some sugar packs, not little packs, but maybe some 5 or 4 pound bags. And when I would watch my daily shows, actually, that's how I started doing this, because I watched so many YouTube videos. Grab some veggies and do 10 a day. Do them all different directions. You can do this watching TV, okay? Now, I will tell you that if you hold them straight out in front of you like this, it gets the peanut butter and jellies under there, okay? It really does. And it works and works and works, I'm always telling people, do your exercise. No, you do not look beautiful when you do these, but you stretch and you strengthen, and elasticity comes back into your face. And of course, you're stretching on your arms. So get you some vegetables out, and do your workout. You don't have to be sitting and watching TV. If you're cooking, do a little dance. Turn on your favorite music. Don't forget, music is what changes your vibration without you even thinking. You don't have to think about it. There's nothing you have to say or think or anything like that. Just turn up music and start boogieing, woogieing, and while you're cooking, and before long, you're going to feel terrific. You probably already feel terrific, but you'll feel even more terrific. So, happy tip today is take the negatives, whatever they may be. If they're people, if they're, weight or issues or things that you're pointing at yourself constantly, doesn't matter what it is, write it down, freeze it or burn it. Make sure you're safe, and make sure we're doing the H2O. Grab some veggies, work out wherever you are. Work your arms, work your arms. Before long, your body will say to work your abs, glutes, glutes. Okay, we're going to be doing so many fun things. Don't forget, it takes the yin for the yang. Takes the good and the bad. Takes the bad for you to remember how good it is. But most importantly, love with all your heart. Live like it's your last day. And enjoy this moment. Because it's your moment. It's not the leaders' moments or the politicians or the news people. It's your moment right now. Take advantage of it. Decide, create, visualize what you want your life to be like. And once you've set that, shine brighter and brighter and brighter. And before long, all that you visualize will come to fruition. You are amazing. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, follow me, share this video. I started this because if you're homebound, that's where I've been. I still get all sappy when I talk about it, so I can't talk about it. But no matter what, you are loved. And you were created in the image of a God. In the image of, not a fake, the real one. God bless. Mwah.